Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. So, this video was inspired by a comment from Feral Beats. You know, pretty cool comment, so I just wanted to touch bases on it. So, I'll read the comment first. I'd like to hear your opinion about AI music creators. So, I haven't heard a lot of information about AI music creators because this is all brand new, right? I mean, within the last year or so, right? Or for more information that people have put out there, it's still brand new, right? But I could say this, man. Artificial intelligence is nothing but data that is provided by human beings. So it's basically a bunch of it's a collective. It's knowledge taken from organic organisms, us, right? So the data is just, the AI is just basically going to compute and just formulate and calculate and come up with an end result. And the result could be a carbon copy of somebody else, or it could be a carbon copy of a mixture of people, right? So a lot of that stuff could be really, really good. Some of that stuff could be really, really bad. But the issue that I have with it, and I do have an issue, is that it will leave the person, like the human being, it will leave them without the knowledge. So if you let something else do the work for you and you're not doing the work and you're not getting the repetition, and you're not going to have the knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge, you could fall flat on your face because you don't have the knowledge. So let's say like a client that you want to work for, you probably are already working for, they need a project done and it's music related. And they say, hey, I need it done by this time, blah, blah, blah. And can you fly out here? And you fly out there or whatever. So you go to a certain studio and something happens, but you don't have that AI with you anymore. Anything can happen, we know, right? Maybe there's no Wi-Fi. Maybe there's no internet. Maybe the internet goes out in a certain region for like days on end, right? But you still got to get the project done. And you're out there with the client, or you never know. It could be at your own house and the internet goes out in your whole town. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the work done. Or you get a bug. You got a bug in the AI. Something happened. It's not working properly. It's so many different things you have to worry about when you depend on the next thing. Not necessarily the next person, the next thing, because this is AI, right? And we already know if you have to depend on the next person, that could be a problem too. Even just dealing with organic organisms, people. So you're leaving yourself to have a lot of errors when you're dealing with the AI and you don't learn to work yourself. That's why they say, what's the saying? Let me think about it. So, I forget the saying, but they was like, oh, give the man a fish. If you give it to him, they'll eat for the day. But if you teach them how to fish, they'll be able to eat for the rest of their life, eternity, because they'll be able to know how to go out there and fish, right? I think that's how the saying goes. So if you learn the craft, and you go through the repetition yourself, and you build up that knowledge inside of your body, and your mind, your body, and your soul, you'll forever have that knowledge and be able to use it at any given point in time. You have it. But if you worry about somebody else or some other thing or some other like mind to help you, you'll be missing some information, and it might come back to bite you. So that's the reason why I have a problem with the AI. Not to say like it's not great, not to say like it won't help people, but there's you leaving a lot of room for error. And I believe you should have the skills inside of you. That's why I became a jack of all trades without even knowing it. When I was growing up, I just wanted to learn everything. I had my eye and my mind in each pocket of entertainment, even if it was just a little something, so I could be like, all right, I can help out. And that's the reason why I was so good at helping out my twin brother back in the days, helping out artists, local artists in my neighborhood. I was able to do album covers. I wasn't great I'll show people, like, I wasn't great at doing the album covers, but I was able to do something. Like, I'll give you an example. This is a cool example, man. There was Miami Chaos was doing a lot of the covers back in the days, because he had a way of like doing like a little bit like a vector cartoon style, and he was doing all the covers. But Miami Chaos was like $200 a cover, if not more, $250. You had to pay that man for his service, because he knew how to do like that the special effect, the cartoon effect, and everybody wanted it. Then you also had Nojo. Nojo was doing covers, and his was like mad cinematic. Then you have Black Music Box, Black Box. I forget this guy's name, man. This guy was doing covers. So, and it was all over the city. It was all over the place doing the covers of all the people that was, rhyming, doing all the mixed CDs. Remember, the mixed CDs was the thing back in the day. First it was mixtapes, then it became mixed CDs. So now, a lot of people, they were saying, I had started working in Photoshop, but people were saying, like, why don't you start doing covers to help your brother and help everybody, you know what I'm saying, like, in the hood, not only a brother, but help everybody in the hood. So I thought about it, and I went to work on starting to learn how to do covers. But they were not good. They were not good. But by me continuously putting the repetition and learning on each cover I did, I was sitting inside Photoshop, and I was going crazy, just trying to learn. No tutorials and stuff back there. I wasn't on YouTube looking at tutorials. I was just in the actual program, just trying to figure it out, man. And eventually I was getting some good stuff. Not the best stuff, but now I was able to help the local rappers in my hood who couldn't afford a Miami Chaos logo. They could, a Miami Chaos cover, front and back, $250. So I was charging people $50. So I was able to help. You know what I'm saying? I was able to help them. I was able to help the economy in my local neighborhood, and I was able to help them with the graphic, and they was able to get something out. But I had that knowledge in me. You know what I'm saying? I was able to help people, whereas they weren't able to help themselves, or there wasn't no AI and stuff. So if you have knowledge in you, you'll be able to help. Like, for example, let's say like you watch the movies or you watch television shows like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. When everything goes to hell and the world goes to turmoil, but people still have skills built up inside of them that are able to do things, man. Somebody was a doctor. Somebody was a nurse. Somebody was a chef. Somebody was a butcher, so they know how to cut meat. You know what I'm saying? It's different things. So I'd rather people get the information inside of their mind, body, and soul rather than, toy around with, maybe get a little assistance from AI, something like of that nature. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's music, if it's graphic design. I still deal with Photoshop, and they come out with AI stuff all the time, and I ignore it. I ignore everything AI Photoshop sends my direction. And they, we doing this AI. No, I with one person, I'll give him a shout out. His Noise Works, right? Daily Noise is his vlog, right? And he also does like the tutorials on Photoshop. I just learning a couple tips from him, a couple tips and tricks from him. I'm able to go on Photoshop and just do compositions like it's nothing, without even worrying about AI. And I crave more and more knowledge myself. So in music production, I don't know what tools these people are using. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't worry about AI at all. But I think people should get the music inside of them, get the knowledge inside of them, mixing. You know what I'm saying? Music theory, if they can, audio engineering, if they can, a recording engineer, if they can, a mastering engineer, if they can, and man, I mean, if you can learn from AI, that's cool too. Learn from the AI. That's another. I never thought about that, baby. Learning from the AI, putting that information in you, if you can. I don't know if these AI programs or whatever it is teaches you, or it is to do the work for you and it's done. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather the human beings be organic, get the organic information inside of them, and be able to have that knowledge for the rest of their life, so they could fish. No matter what the client, they could fish for the rest of their life and help whatever client they need to help, and help themselves in any type of situation. So I hope that answers your question. Do I hate AI music creators? No, but I believe they will they have a possibility to leave themselves shorthanded if something was to come up. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. And thank you for, supporting me on my journey. You know, thank you. Really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to Google me. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. And don't forget to follow me on YouTube if you would like. Don't pressure anybody to do any of that. Peace out, everybody.